thank you. I have seen your work. I have seen people change their lives inside of your detox program. So I'm thanking you, and I'm just going to set the alarm because we just hit something that means that we need to get louder about this program. So that's all I had to say. Thank you, and continue to educate us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mo.
Absolutely, and to piggyback off of what Ruth just said, it's just really interesting because in my life, I don't have them, but I've always been told that the idea of like fibroids and different things like that. Oh, it's genetic. You may have them. You're genetic. They're genetic. And my brother and I, relatively, we're the healthiest people in our family. But as far as our immediate family and a few outward, as far as generations, and when you look at it, you can say you may be more prone to things, genetically, but our lifestyles are very different. The food that we eat. My brother is, he's been an athlete for the majority of his life, and it's reflective in the fact that we have no standing medical conditions,
Yes.
So it's just, really interesting, when people say things like, I'm more than likely going to have diabetes because it's genetic. And I'm like, no, it's a choice, different choices that you're making. High cholesterol. I'm going to have of course I have high cholesterol. My mother has it, my grandmother has it, my dad has it, it's just really interesting. So, I'm glad that Moot was able to share that. We actually have another caller with a question, if she's still on the line. Melody, are you there?
I am.
Hi, Melody. How are you?
Hey, Tammye.
Hey, Mel.
Everybody, I don't know everybody's name, but hello. I did Tammye's detox, the 21-day last year, and I did the 21-day again this year. And as she knows, I'm always telling people about it, getting people to sign up and doing it. And I just want Tammye to share with folks because one of the things that I struggle with is, I did the detox and I know what's good for me, and sometimes I juice, and sometimes I eat my fruits and vegetables. And what would you recommend is the best way for me to stay motivated so that I don't do it sometimes, I do it all the time?
Yes. So I would recommend that you get books that support your new lifestyle. Unfortunately, there's so much information during the program and the classes, I can't give you everything. So it's then up to you to equip yourself with the references that are listed in the back. For example, there's a really good book called By Any Means Necessary by Tracy Lynn. Yeah, by Tracy Lynn McWhirter. And when I read these books and I listen and I read people's testimonies, there's like on Netflix, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead or something like that. I watch it. That keeps me fired up. And then also, too, the manifestations of being able to wear cute clothes and not have to try to tuck things in here and there, that's motivation as well. But then also I provide workshops in which I bring in experts to come in and provide just even more information for you so you can go to a higher level, as well as refer you to people like Moo that helps with emotional healing, or when I see that someone needs a little bit more support, I refer them out. There's another client of mine, Dr. Higgins, that he helps with meditation. And so those are the different things. I try to become your resource because with this new lifestyle, you're like, okay, the detox is over. Help, I need you. And so you can always call me anytime and say, hey, okay, I'm feeling this way. What do I do? And then I help you from there. And then come and visit me, of course.
Thank you. And yes, it's a great success. So if anybody's on the fence about doing it, do it. It works. and it will transform your life.
Thank you, Mel. And I have to brag on Mel just really quickly. So she had on her, can I tell your age, Mel? Is it okay?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So Mel is 45, and she had on her two-piece bikini looking good this summer, and she had it all on Facebook. And I'm like, whoa, that's what I'm talking about. So fantastic. She's doing awesome.
Thank you.
So we had actually a listener that was wondering, are there any other videos that you would recommend?
Yes. Actually, there's a DVD that I show in the program. It's called Eating, and now there is a third edition that's out there. It gives a lot of great information in regards to foods, what's in our foods, things like that, how our animals are being treated, that type of thing. Very comprehensive DVD. There's also, I'm a big Netflix person, as you can tell. There's there is a movie out there called Forks and Knives that is, I believe, one of the newer movies. There's Food Matters, Food Inc., and there's also a DVD that one of my clients, Tanya, just told me about that talks about our water, which is called Tapped, that's on there. So those are just some of the things that you can watch and just really begin to wash your mind and change your mindset, because now you're discovering the truth.
Right. Yeah, Netflix documentary section is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And, this for one. And then two, there's actually a few of them are available on topdocumentaryfilms.com if anyone just wants to take a look at, some of those. Some of them are not the highest quality, but it's definitely, if you want to catch a few bites here or there, some of the documentaries are older, but the information is still relevant. I love watching documentaries. And it was interesting listening to Mel talk about her two-piece. Well, you talked about her two-piece, at 45.
Yeah.
When I moved to Chicago, although I've lived other places, when I moved to Chicago, one of the things that I immediately noticed that was actually pretty awesome is that it was very easy to find people over the age of 40 that looked absolutely fabulous. And not not in a like, I'm trying to be fabulous. I mean people that are just glowing. Like they just seem ageless. There are so many women and men here in this city that just, they just say happy birthday and call it a day. I don't even think they know what age they really are. So it's just interesting to hear about, women that's 45 in a two-piece, but here, there's a whole community of women and men that just really take care of themselves. So it's just really great to see that movement continue. But, we don't want you to run out of time. We're doing fine. I want to make sure that you get to your three areas. We're having such a great time here on the line. But we do want you to make sure you get to your three areas of detox, so physical, mental, and spiritual. So I guess we can go ahead and segue into that. And, again, if any of our callers have any questions, you can either, A, post them on the Facebook page, www.facebook.com/IgniteYourSoulConnection, or B, press 1 on your touch-tone keypad or mobile device, and we'll make sure that we get to you.
Okay, Janice, so you're ready for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. So the physical reasons and the physical benefits of detoxing has to do with cleansing the cells, the tissues, the organs of the body, cleansing the blood of those toxins that we have accumulated as a result of the foods that we are eating, the chemicals that are found in those foods, possible cleaning products that we're using, white sugar, white flour, white salt, medication, and like alcohol. So toxins are actually defined as containing or being poisonous material, especially when capable of causing death or serious debilitation. And so unfortunately, with some of our foods, we have some things that are added that can be both debilitating and can cause death. So I want to talk a little bit about the liver and which it's the most important organ of the body. That's what the detox is focusing on, flushing that liver. And when we have a sluggish liver, and for those who don't know, the liver feeds everything in the body as far as the different organs of the body. Everything has to go through the liver. So we have the lack of nutrition, the lack of oxygen, and waste that's sitting in our liver, sitting in our bodies. What then happens, we see weight gain, we have mood swings, bloating, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, fatigue, depression, and I could go on. Those, if you're experiencing any of that, that's not normal. It's not okay to be tired all the time. It's not okay to be moody. It's not okay to, I'm over 30 and I'm supposed to gain weight. It's not okay. And so this is the reason why we have to get a cleansing regimen in place, which my goal actually is to be able to detox every season. That's something that I heard from my mentor, Rita, that she does. She cleanses every change of season. And I thought, that's what I want to incorporate in my life. But at least try to cleanse at least once or twice a year minimally to be able to get the liver back in place and to get it working as it should efficiently so that it can feed the rest of the body. So I want to talk also a little bit about food since we're on the physical part. And I want a commitment from everyone that's listening. I don't know how many people on the line, but the commitment for those that are still eating pork to please stop eating pork. Pork kills you. It is the most toxic food you could ever have. I want to share with you some statistics.
And that includes breakfast sausage. Okay.
Yeah.
I had an argument the other day. Well, not an argument, but it was a debate with a short debate, of course, with a friend.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, if you're going to give up pork, you have to also give up breakfast sausage and bacon, okay? You can't say you stop eating pork except for breakfast sausage and bacon. That has to go too.
Yes. And you can't say, I only do it with my breakfast. Pork is so horrible. And primarily because the pig was never intended to be eaten, first of all, and that's in the Bible for those Christians that are on the line. It's in the Bible. Also, pigs do not sweat. So they're eating any and everything, and then it's going into their bodies, into the cells and tissues of their bodies, and then now you're going to eat it. And so what I found was that there was a Harvard study in 2002 done of 40,000 health professionals, and it was published in the Diabetes Care. And what they found was those who ate processed meats, including hot dogs, salami, bacon, or sausage 2 to 4 times per week, increased their risk of diabetes by 35%.
Wow.
And the risk increased to 50% for those who ate these meats 5 or more times a week. So when I hear people say, I got to have my pork. I was raised on pork. I'm like, you know what? When you know better, you should do better. Our forefathers did what they had to do to survive.
And the whole process of them attaining that meat and the whole lifestyle was completely different. It's not like they rolled up to, the store in their car and got out and got a package. They weren't going through McDonald's and getting a number, whatever those toxic numbers are at McDonald's. But, 2 other things is, one, just to note, a lot of people don't know this, but, if you don't eat pork, please also note that gelatin is pork. So that includes those nice little fruit snacks that people give to their children. Yes. Fruit snacks, fruit roll-ups, Gushers, all that stuff. Pork. Starburst, Skittles, pork.
Yes.
You shouldn't be eating that anyway. It's just colored sugar and dye. But on top of that, it's pork. And then also Jell-O. You know, Jell-O and